Welcome students to the next part of GP. We are starting today with question number 19, the first part. In this, you can see the question on the slide. Now here, uh, according to the question, the given thing A is equal to 1, R is half. So what we have done is we have taken the ratio of the second term to the first term. So you can see when we take the ratio, half divided by 1, it's nothing but half. An from the question we have got 1 upon 4096. Now we have to find the number of terms. So for this we have taken the formula as An is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1. So here when we substitute 1 upon 4096 is equal to 1 bracket half raised to n minus 1. Now as you can see 4096, because here you can see the base is 2. So we have to convert this 4096 to the base of 2. So when we factorize 4096, we see that we got 2 raised to 12. So as 1 raised to 12 is nothing but 1, I write this 1 upon 2 raised to 12. Now you have got half raised to n minus 1 and half is equal to half raised to 12. As bases are same, indices become same. So 1 minus n minus 1 is equal to 12. Now when this minus 1 is brought to this side, it becomes 12 plus 1. So that is n is equal to 13th term. So we have got n is equal to 13th term. That is the final answer. Put it in the box. Okay, children. I hope till here it's clear. Now we go to the next question. In the next question, it is said 2, 8, 32 is 32768. That means the first term, ratio, and the last term. Again, we know this. It is similar to the previous sum. So we write the given thing. A is equal to 2, R is equal to 8 upon 2, that is equal to 4, and An is 32768. Now we want to find the value of n. So solution, An is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1. Substitute the value, 32768 is equal to 2 into bracket 4 raised to n minus 1. Now this 2 is brought to this side, so it becomes 32768 divided by 2. When we divide, we get 16384. Now here you can see that your base is 4. So you need to convert this also in the base of 4. So what we have done is we have factorized 16384 and with 4. Okay, factorization when you are doing, use the base. So you can see here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that means 4 raised to 7. So this we have converted in the form of 4 raised to 7. And here you can see it is 4, base is same. So indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 7 we got. When we take this minus 1 to this side, it becomes n is equal to 7 plus 8. 7 plus 8 is nothing but 8. So that is 8th term. That is how we got the answer, n is equal to 8th term. I hope till here it's clear, children. Now we go to the next part. The next question, it says 1 minus 1 upon 3, 9 upon 3 minus 1 upon 27 is 1 upon 729. So from here also we get the value of A as 1. R, as you can see in the question, it is minus 1 upon 3 the second term divided by 1, that is the same number. So we got it as minus 1 upon 3. An, if you see in the question, we have got 1 upon 729. Now we have to find the value of n. So solution, we are using the formula An is equal to A into R raised to n minus 1. We substitute the value 1 upon 729 is equal to 1 bracket minus 1 upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Now from this you get an idea that as base is 3, so you need to have 729 to the power of 3. You have to convert this 729 to the power of 3. So when you factorize 729, 3 raised to 6 you get as 729. So I put it as, because 1 raised to 6 is also 1. So 1 upon 3 raised to 6. Now as you can see here in the base it is negative. So now as my index is a even number, so if I take negative inside, okay, to show that the bases are same, It's allowed. The reason is when I take the power of 6, that time it becomes positive. Negative becomes positive if it is even, the power is even. So that gives me the right to write over here negative sign. So when I write negative 1 upon 3 raised to 6 is equal to minus 1 upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Now as bases are same, indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 6. Now minus 1 I am taking to the other side. So it becomes n is equal to 6 plus 1, that is 7. So n is equal to 7th term. So that's the final answer. Put it in the box. Children, please copy everything properly. You are doing that. I know. Keep it up. Keep on doing. Now, fourth question. The first term is 2, second term is 2 root 2, 4, and then you get the final answer 128. So that means a nth term, which is there, that is 128. So your first term, we got it as 2. R, you can see that 2 root 2 is the second term. When we divide it with the first term, we get the value as root 2. A n, we have got 128. Now we have to find the value of n. So an is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. We substitute the value 128 is equal to 2 into root 2 raised to n minus 1. Now we'll divide this 128 with 2. So we get the value as 64. Root 2 raised to n minus 1. So now as we have got the base root 2, we should know that we have to convert the 64 also in the form of, root to the power. Means some number and the base should be root 2. So we have to convert in the power of root 2. So now what you do is you first factorize with 2. Okay, whenever root value is given, you factorize with 2. When you factorize 64, you get 2 raised to 6. Now whenever you have to convert it in root 2 form, so as 2 raised to 6 is 64, what you do is you write root 2 and 6 you multiply by 2. Okay, so here you will get 6 multiplied by 2, 12. That means you are multiplying the index with 2 to get your root 2. Okay, so root 2 to the power of 12 is equal to root 2 to the power n minus 1. As bases are same, indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 12. Now negative minus 1, you take it to this side. So minus 1 becomes plus 1. So 12 plus 1, you get 13. So that is n is equal to 13th term. Now once you get the value for n, put it in the box and an is you write. After that we go to the next question, that is the fifth question of the fifth sub question of the ninth question. So here a you can see is root 3. The second term is 3 and the nth term is 729. So we will write the given thing first. A is root 3. Now for finding the value of our second term is divided by first term, means 3 divided by root 3. So when you divide 3 divided by root 3, you want to make this irrational number into a rational. So rationalizing the denominator, which we have done in 9th standard, we are following that method. We have to multiply root 3 and multiply root 3 numerator and denominator with root 3. So root 3 root 3 upon root 3 into root 3 will be 3. 3 gets cancelled and we get the value as root 3. Now an we have got 729. So we use the formula an is equal to a r raised to n minus 1. We substitute 729 is equal to root 3 bracket root 3 n minus 1. 729 we divide by root 3. Okay, and root 3 n minus 1. So now when we are divided by root 3, what we will do is we want to rationalize the denominator. We'll multiply by root 3 numerator and denominator. So we will get 729 root 3 and root 3 into root 3 we get in the denominator 3. Now we'll we'll simplify 729 with 3. So we get the value as 243. Okay, so 243, when we want to convert, what you do is first factorize with 3. Now 3 raised to 5 is 243. 3 raised to 5. So what you will do when you want to have the base as root 3, the reason is here we are having, root 3 as a base. So we have to convert this also in the root 3 form. So 3 raised to 5 is 243. So when you're converting in the form of root 3 in the base, so what you do is 5 multiplied by 2. So you'll get root 3 raised to 10 into root 3 is equal to root 3 raised to n minus 1. Now here you can see it is root 3 raised to 1 and multiplication sign is there. So we are using the indices law. A raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n. So as bases are same, we'll write root 3 once and we'll write 10 plus 1 is 11. Now as bases are same, indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 11 we got. Now this negative 1, we take it to the other side. So it becomes 11 plus 1, that is equal to 12th term. So n is equal to 12th term we have got. Now that put it in the box and ANS you write. After that in the sixth question you can see it's written A is 20. R will get 10 divided by 20 and the nth term is 5 upon 2 raised to 70. So now we'll write the given thing. A is 20, R is half, and then an is 5 upon 2 raised to 17. We have to find the nth term. So we'll use the formula an is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. 5 upon 2 raised to 17 is equal to 20 into 1 upon 2 raised to n minus 1. This 20 will take to this side. So multiplication becomes division. 5 upon 2 raised to 17 into 1 upon 20 we get. We'll cancel 5 and 20. So we get 5 ones are 5 fours are 20. Half raised to n minus 1 is on the right side. So that means you understand that you have to have the base on the left side also 1 upon 2. So what you do is 4 which is there, you convert it into 2 raised to 2 form. So now multiplication as the, you can see that you get a raised to m into a raised to n. That is equal to a raised to m plus n. So 2 raised to 17 into 2 raised to 2, you'll add and you'll get 2 raised to 17 plus 2, that is 2 raised to 19 is equal to half raised to n minus 1. So now this 1 upon 2 whole raised to 19 is equal to half raised to n minus 1. So as bases are same, indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 19. Now when you take this negative 1 to the other side, it becomes 19 plus 1, that is equal to 20th term. So now you got n is equal to 20th term. Okay, I hope till here it's clear, children. Okay, now we go to the next question. In the next question, a value, r value, 1 upon 9 divided by 1 upon 3 you'll get. And you are having an value, that is 1 upon 6561. So now you'll write the given thing. A is 1 upon 3. R is 1 upon 9 divided by 1 upon 3. So 1 upon 9 into 3 becomes 1 upon 3. An value is 1 upon 6561. You have to find n. So an is equal to a into r raised to n minus 1. 1 upon 6561 is equal to 1 upon 3 bracket 1 upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Now what you will do is you will take this 3 which is in the denominator to this side. So it goes in the numerator because division becomes multiplication. So you divide 3 and 6 by 6 so you get 1 upon 2187. Now as on the right hand side you can see it is 1 upon 3 as a base. So you understand that 2187 also you have to convert to the power of 3. So what you will do is when you factorize it, you will get 3 raised to 7 as 2187. So now you can write in the whole 1 upon 3 form. The reason is 1 raised to 7 is nothing but 1. So 1 upon 3 raised to 7 we get is equal to 1 upon 3 raised to n minus 1. Now as bases are same, indices become same. So n minus 1 is equal to 7. When you take minus 1 to the other side, it becomes 7 plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. So it is the 8th term. So the value of n you get as the 8th term. So children, I hope till here everything is clear. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Thank you, children.